Hi there. This is the practice problem 6 from our section on comparing ratios. Hopefully you've gone through these and attempted these on your own. And this is really just to kind of help you if you got stuck. So I want to give you just a couple of quick hints, not full solutions here, but a couple of ways to set these up. Number 1, turtle A can walk 15 feet in 4 minutes. Turtle B can walk 21 feet in 5 minutes. So the first thing I look at is what are the numbers that what are the labels that come after each number? So I have 15 feet and 21 feet. I have 4 minutes and 5 minutes, and then I've got a turtle B and a turtle A. So that means the labels that come after the numbers I'm going to put on the left side. So I'm going to have feet and minutes. And again, you could interchange that. You can minutes up top and feet on the bottom. And then the other ones I'm going to have A and B on the top. Turtle A and turtle B. And then you're just going to fill these in and take a look at whether or not you can compare the ratios. Keep in mind, key thing, you need to make sure that either the numerators are the same or the denominators are the same. What you make them and which one you choose is totally up to you in this type of question. Once you do that, then you can talk about which one is faster. If you make the numerators the same, that means that the number of feet that the turtle walks is going to be the same. You want that the fastest turtle to traverse those number of feet in the fastest amount of time. So you want a small number for minutes. If you make minutes the same, you want the fastest turtle can walk farther in the same amount of time. So you want a larger number up top. Okay. Similar situation here. For your chickens and your eggs. So I'm going to look at the labels on my numbers. So I have 21 eggs and 2 eggs, and I have 7 days, and per day means 1 day. Whoops, I didn't change color on that one. There we go. And so that means I'm going to have eggs and days along this side, and it's 2 chickens and they don't have names. So I'm just going to go A and B, 1 and 2, maybe because it says first and second. I'll go chicken 1 and chicken 2, right? And then you're going to same thing as up above. You're going to fill in the numbers that you know, and keep in mind you've got to make something the same. So you can make the number of eggs the same by making it larger or smaller. You can make the number of days the same by making them larger or smaller, so that you can compare what's going on. You want the most eggs in the same number of days, or the same number of eggs in a smaller number of days would be a higher rate. Okay, number 3 is where things get a little more interesting. We get a little more variation here. So you've got 2 committees, and you have 2 of 5 members are female. So let's see, I have 5 members, and the label on that is actually the female part. And then over here we have 3 women, which is the same as female, just a different way to say it. And 8 men. Now notice that one's different, so I'm going to color code that one separately. So I've got a couple of different labels here. And then each of those 2 things is based on committee 1 and committee 2. So I'm going to put committee 1 and committee 2 up here. And then let's see, the female or women is the same in both, so the blue one. So I'm going to put that up top, and I'm going to call it women. All right, they mean essentially the same thing, a female or a woman. And then let's see, the yellow one is members, and the green one is men. And I've got to decide which one of those I want to use, because I have to be consistent across my ratios. It doesn't matter, not at all. I'm going to go with members because it's kind of more generic. It represents the total in the committee, and that's what I'm more familiar with. So I'm going to go total on that one. Or, sorry, jumped on me. I'm going to go with members. Okay, so that in committee 1, then I've got 2 women or 2 female out of 5 total members. On committee 2, I have 3 women, and then I have 8 men. So that means total members of the committee, I would have 3 women plus 8 men would give me a total of 11. So notice that you're going to have to adjust your numbers. Okay. Now I would go ahead and say, okay, which do I want to get the same? Do I want my women the same or my members the same? Okay. And I can go from there. And then lastly, number 4, this one is one there where it's something in here is going to specify whether we make the numerators the same or the denominators the same. So let's see if we can sort that out. So Marcy has a pile of crayons in which 2/5 of the crayons are blue. So crayons are going to be one of the labels, and blue is another here. And the same thing over here. So I've got crayons and blue. And then I've got Marcy and Darcy. So I've got Marcy as a top label and Darcy as a top label. And then I'm going to have blue and crayons. And then I'm going to go ahead and put these in here and put them in the way they need to go in. And then I'm going to look at the next statement, which is what's most important here. It says, if Marcy and Darcy have a pile with the same number of crayons. Okay, that means that Marcy and Darcy have to have the same number of crayons. Well, this is the position for Marcy's crayons, and this is the position for Darcy's crayons. So I'm going to have to adjust my ratios or get equivalent ratios so that I have the same number in the denominator in this case. And once I do that, then I can give you the ratio of Marcy's blue crayons to Darcy's blue crayons.